I am on the shores of Grand Lake in northeast Oklahoma for the final Southwestern Division Costa of the season. We are going to get back on the Costa train. It's been a while. The last one was on Rayburn. I'm 3 checks in a row coming off the top 10 on Rayburn, so pretty pumped to finally get to a lake that I have fished for the past 10 to 12 years. Look at this. What a nice reminder. Have a grand day. We have made it to the Wolf Creek launch ramp Monday morning. Look at who the first person I run into is. Looking like it's the first day of school with the backpack, the Mountain Dew, Brad Holman.
That's me. What's up?
Is this your first time on Grand? It's your first day on Grand?
It's first day on Grand.
Brad's been out here for about a month.
Yeah,
Open, BFL Super.
2-week stretch off that I went back to Norman, Oklahoma for a couple of football games.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna win the national championship?
Hell yes.
All right, well, we'll go let Brad do his thing. Well, that's really interesting. Last week I came down for a couple days and caught a couple nice fish, like a 5 and a 4 on an underspin. And then I caught like a 2.5, 3-pounder on an underspin there, and I've caught a couple shorts. So it's kind of a odd pattern on that deep water, but you get around the point and the water gets a little cleaner. So I'm gonna kind of roll with that now and see if it's, you know, a viable pattern that I just have to be careful. I think it's kind of sketchy, but that is it for the first day of practice. Had one really good bite early, just kind of hunting and pecking though. I mean, you can catch them, but it ain't easy. All right, it is the second morning of practice here on Grand Lake, so it is a Tuesday, and things are a little interesting. There's a weather system that's coming in on Thursday, so it's going to be like kind of cloudy and cold, and I am trying to figure out if these fish that I'm catching on the break walls and dock corners are resident fish or whether they're just there because they're there for the shade line. So there's a lot of bait though, but this lake has gotten a lot of pressure over the past month, and it's just going to continue into this week. But got Gary came in, my co-angler for the week. Well, it just kind of came down to a dock that I hadn't fished, but right close to a stretch of docks that I shook some good fish off on last week when I came down in pre-practice, and like second flip one picked it up, it felt good, and swam out with it. So that's a good start. So I'm just going to leave all those alone and then probably start on them after a little top water tomorrow. Jigs, a lot of guys like that 5/16 to 3/16 ounce jig. I like a heavier jig. I like a 7/16 and a half. Yeah. Dang. That would never happen in a tournament. Well, I tried to shake this one off. I've got a crazy hard weed guard and I was unable to, but I'd take 5 of those a day. There you go. Okay. You're right there at it. We are going to head in for the day, then go to the meeting. My phone's ringing. Not a stellar practice, but had some bites where I expected to get bites today, which is always a good thing. So we'll give her a shot and go back and get re-rigged and get the boat cleaned up. All right, it is about 5:15 a.m. on Thursday morning. Kind of a front system supposed to move through some cloud cover, watching some hockey highlights, and looking for a limit. It's kind of gotten me a little bit scared that I've not seen many guys, which I don't know why that would scare me. I mean, I fish out here enough to be comfortable not fishing around boats, but it's going to be a grind, which is okay, I guess. All right, we have made it to the Wolf Creek boat ramp, one of the facilities here at Grand, and a familiar face, Jerry from Rayburn, final day. So we got some final day vibes. Where'd you end up finishing there? 5th or 3rd?
5th.
5th.
Yeah. So hopefully we have a repeat.
Looking for a repeat day. So this is a guy who walked the Appalachian Trail. I don't know if we got a good look at the last boot camp, but I had several people be like, dude, walk the Appalachian Trail? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. So now I'm fishing.
Now we're fishing Sprague over there. I made a $5 bet with Sprague again. Probably not the wisest thing to do, but we'll see. So we're gonna start in a completely new area, pick a buzzbait up, and give it an hour this morning. So that's the game plan. Hoping that would start out a lot better than it did. I had one good one flush it and missed it, and that was it. $9.13, still no fish. $10.30, still 0. That's 3. I mean, you can just tell. I mean, a freaking 13-incher can't make a boil like that, you know?
Yeah.
There's a big one. Nah. Thank you. Well, 12 o'clock. Put 2 in the boat on the jig. Gonna go run the rest of my jig stuff and see if I can somehow put together a limit today. Got 3 hours left. Well, it is about, what is it, 1:30? 2:30. Almost 2 o'clock. I got 2. Jerry has 1. Gonna run into Duck Creek now.
I got 3.
What?
You got 3?
I got 2. Not 3. I caught those 2 on the docks and missed that one. That's it. So it is tough, as expected. A little tougher than I thought it would be. Really kind of took a gamble this morning on that buzz bait, and I had 3 swirls on it, like good ones. They just rolled on it. They didn't need it. Well, managed to catch one at the end of the day to give me 3, so not what I was looking for, but 3 more than 0. We'll see how it goes. Jerry got 1 in the box, so we're both weighing in. It is Friday morning, day 2 of the Costa on Grand Lake. I'm in 46th place after day 1. I had 3 fish for 612. So continuing with the theme of not really catching them on day 1, hopefully also continuing with the theme of catching them on day 2. Gary, big bass on the co-angler side, 414. So you are in check range right now.
Yep.
Hoping to make a lot of money.
At least a little bit.
He probably needs to finish in the top 2 to break even, let's be honest here. But all right, we are good to go. I think I'm going to switch things up even more today. Start on another area that I hadn't started on. Yesterday had 3 buzzbait bites and went 0 for 3. I think that was because I was in the clear water. They were rolling on it. Maybe they'll eat it in the muddy water. Gonna change up my blade and bait combo, go to a black with a gold blade, and see what happens. So headed to the Wolf Creek boat launch for day 2 of the Costa on Grand. 4/7/47. All right, we're ready to go on day 2. About 15 minutes to take off. It is light already, but they did 7:30. I got Derek. Dustin. I called you Derek all morning.
It's all right.
I got Dustin with me, fellow Oklahoman, kind of back where I've lived for about 10 years, there, Oklahoma City area. We got 5 before noon. I will be ecstatic. 48. Oh, he came off. Oh, he came off. How did he come off?
That hurts.
Take the trailer up. Just stopped it. Massive head shake. It is 10:15, and I got one. Missed one on the chatterbait there, but gonna go out and run the main lake stuff. So I think with the sun and it calming down, if I get down lake, I think I'll be able to catch some on a jig today. So that's the game plan, but I'm gonna stop and try to biffle bug up another one. If I could get 2 or 3, I'd feel a lot better about spending time sitting there with the jig. So we'll see how it goes. Touching right there. Touches, see? Oh, that was I think that was again. Of course I get the wooden one. It's a different one than the last one. What did you think?
I didn't see him.
I can freaking jump. I jumped a 4 off on that chatterbait, and I got 1 in wolf, and I got 2, but they're both small.
Like literally, I have probably 8 pounds on 5.
How many can you catch them back there?
Yeah, but not the same.
at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll help you for a bit. That was a 5-pounder, wasn't it?
Easy.
I mean, what do you do?
There ain't nothing you can do there.
I don't even. Like, what do you even say to that? Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna puke. Can you believe that? I mean, that's dock fishing behind cables, though. Sad existence as a fisherman. 90% of the time you're disappointed. Say 60%. I mean, I left some meat on the table.
I can't get my wife to understand. She rodeoed forever. You go to a rodeo, you clean house, damn near everyone you go to.
That's what my girlfriend does.
And fishing's not that way.
Like, she just won the KPRA overall for barrels, and all she does is barrel horse race.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's like, well, why don't you win? I'm like, listen, you might win once every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what would happen on this. We're fixing to find out. We're idling in, going under the bridge. We got 9 minutes to check in, and lost fish gonna hurt me. You know, this year in the Costas, I've had tournaments where I don't catch them, tournaments where I catch them where I'm not supposed to, tournaments where I think I'm gonna catch them and I catch them, and then tournaments where I have the bites and don't execute. So kind of get the full gamut of experiences. But we're gonna go check in, and hopefully I'll have 7 pounds today and stay where I was in the standings. 4.747. Well, that is going to wrap things up from Grand Lake. I had 3 fish for 6 pounds, 6 ounces today. This is an interesting tournament because I kind of figured something out, but I obviously wasn't able to capitalize on it. You know, this year I've had 2 big fish that I've lost, broken off, and it's been, I mean, I can't remember. It's been a while since I've broken off 2 key fish. You know, the day 1 at the end of Table Rock in the Central Division that cost me making a top 10, and then that fish today on the cables cost me a check and a top 20 finish. But I mean, that's fishing. That's why you appreciate the good finishes. I'm going home for about 24 hours and then headed to Lake of the Ozarks for the final Central Division Costa. I'm sitting 14th in the points there. I have been on the water 9 straight days now, so I'll get a day off tomorrow, get the rig all cleaned up, looking good again, get my tackle organized, and then head to Lake of the Ozarks for the final Central Division. Top 20 there puts me in the top 5 in the points based on my math, which is a spot on the FLW Tour in 2020. Right now, I don't know where the points shake out as far as the top 40. I think I'll probably be a couple points short there. So on to Lake of the Ozarks to qualify for the Tour, to qualify for the Costa Championship, and I'm really looking forward to that. So driving home now, 24 hours, back on the road to Lake of the Ozarks.